Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, welcome back to our conference. Today is the second day. Hope you enjoyed the first day of the conference. So, like in total, we have like 3 days of the conference. Yesterday, we hosted uh, three plenary speakers and more than 10 uh, panel short talks and panel discussions, two breakout sessions. Today, I want to start this day with the general highlights of the first day of the conference. In the beginning of the day, we explored uh, different paradigms of the embodied intelligence. Particularly, Sylvia was discussing and exploring the material intelligence. She was explaining and her research on the self-assembling cellulose fibers, color-changing particles, and, various applications for sensing. Andreas, he was working on the another level of the intelligence, so-called mechanical intelligence. He was exploring programmable and multi-stable structures to do sort of computation on the mechanical level. Uh, so mechanical intelligence can be used for the general computing as well, using like so-called fluidic logical gates. So you can assemble these gates in a proper order and then get any computation like silicon-based computations. Cecilia Lasky was addressing the interaction. So in embodied intelligence, like environment plays like a very important role, and then and the robot and body, human or any other animal, interacts with the environment and have a certain behavior. Like in water, for example, fish behaves in one way, and when it goes to the land, it behaves in another way. So she was addressing this by modeling external environment, external model, and internal model. So environment and body together. So if you want to model intelligence, you need to consider both. Tilina was talking about the social intelligence. Uh, he was exploring more or less nonverbal communications between uh, human and animal. And in terms of nonverbal communications, he was addressing some issues on the physical uh, interaction, like through the touch, like with the robot patient example, as well as the interaction through the facial expressions. So there are models of the facial expressions. Through social expressions, we can exchange information and express some emotions. This is what Tilina was explaining. We were also talking and discussing a bit about the current uh, generative AI and large language models. Uh, Carlos started with the fundamental uh, models and fundamental theories about the intelligence. Particularly, he was discussing the limits of formal systems that uh, that are used to describe the limits of the and limits of the artificial intelligence and the meaning of the general uh, artificial general intelligence. Uh, he was questioning whether we need to push these limits and try to uh, go as far as we can, or we need to explore some alternative dimensions, like, for example, using embodied intelligence as a solution towards the artificial general intelligence. Matej Hoffman was discussing current research in the embodied AI. The embodied AI sees uh, the embodiment from a different point of view, and Matej was trying to see the level of embodiment in the research of the embodied AI. So he was exploring the role of interaction in the environment. Currently, in embodied AI, the community is using pre-recorded data, which is lack of the interaction. And the interaction is particularly one of the key uh, key aspects of the embodied intelligence. Then another difference in the communities that embodied AI community sees the problem is like a generalization across the robots, whereas the embodied intelligence in general trying to leverage the body for sensing and actuation. This is like a core differences that Mateo was describing. Shayla was uh, describing the embodied intelligence from the point of view of embodied cognition. Uh, and she also like mentioned several important aspects of the simulation of the body and environment, which can uh, leverage some evolutionary design problem. So we can basically explore the body shapes that was never exist, and we can change the environment and see how the certain body shape will evolve in the certain environment. So evolutionary aspects was further discussed by our next group of speakers. Particularly, Neil Shubin was discussing evolutionary biology and paleontology. Uh, he he listed few important aspects that we can see in the biology, and we can use and describe embodied intelligence. Uh, first of them is like repurposing. Uh, in evolution, we don't the evolution doesn't really introduce new elements, but trying to repurpose already existing. That's what we can see, like how when the animal is moving out from the water to land and back to the water, and also duplications. Uh, Evolution is trying not to invent new element, but copy existing and modify. That's what he was observing in the genetics. Evolutionary design of the soft robots was explored by David Howard. He actually designs the soft robots using evolutionary design approach, and but he also mentioned that the traditional robots, like rigid robots in the fields robotics, are also important and can be used as a benchmark because of their precision and repetitiveness. And he also mentioned that the soft robotics are general very important because to address climate issues, uh, it can be very useful. Uh, and another way of thinking about like artificial limbs is presented by Silvestro. He was also describing two two ways of the embodiment. Uh, yeah, in human. One of way of the embodiment is heart, where, for example, if the amputee loses uh, the limb, we can reuse the nervous system and connect the artificial limb to the existing nervous system. Whereas we can use the soft embodiment and we can repurpose the existing nervous system or existing perception to feel artificial limbs. So we can have another hand or another uh, limb, like an additional limb. So it is in a way augmenting the human. Biomedic fish was presented by Jun Shintake. He was exploring and he found that a soft body, like if the material softness will be very close to the actual fish, increases the swimming speed. And he explored various smart materials for the both sensing and actuation for the biomimetic fish. The sensing was the key aspect in the talk by Shan Luo. He was saying that intelligence is actually in the sensing. He was describing his research in vision-based tactile sensor. He's also focusing on learning for grasping and manipulation using those tactile sensors based on the vision. Electronic skins was presented by Takao Sameya. basically, he presented the approach how we can print electronics on top of the human skin, and we can print basically sensors on top of the human skin. And um, uh, this is like very important because we can sense the human motion, track the motion without any disturbance. He also presented some approaches for the rechargeable skin electronics, which is important that because we can use it for the cyborg insects, and he showed that he actually can control the cyborg uh, insect remotely, like a bug, for example. Uh, Another approach by augmenting the real organisms was presented by Mariana. She was presenting biohybrid approach where the mechanical activated robot was carrying the sperm. She is working on the micro robots, and she was exploring the embodiment in the for the micro robots. It is very different from the other robots because of the at the small scale. Main forces are actually like coming from the viscous interaction. So she explored a different way in different paradigms of the control for those micro robots. Today, we have the second day and another three speakers, plenary speakers. In the morning, we will start our session with Josiane Venture. Then afternoon, after the lunch break, we will have another two speakers like Brett Nelson and Jonathan Hurst. We will have two panel discussions and two sets of short talks. In the morning, we will have short talks by Yuki Nagai, Hujiang Zhao, Emi Seik, Emi Kyungwon Han, and Shuhei Miyashita. In the afternoon, we will have Perla Marino, Atake Matsura, Geoff Nishke, and Erika Antonova, and Tommaso Ranzani. We will have also two breakout sessions like yesterday. In the morning, we will have two rooms, and in the afternoon, we will have three rooms, another set of three rooms. Um, Before starting today's conference, I want to stop by a few important information that keeps our conference at this high level. So first of all, talks in the breakout sessions are not recorded, so you can freely express your opinion and discuss in a way you like. You can present work that was not published yet or work in progress. Only speakers and chairs will be unmuted. If you want to speak something, ask the question, just raise the hand, or better put the written questions in the chat of the Zoom. Also, we have a Discord channel. Please join the Discord channel. We have like a lot of discussion and useful information in Discord channel, and the Discord channel will stay there forever. Like unlike Zoom, all the information in Zoom will disappear, but Discord can be reused after the conference. Any technical issues, just tell to us, or email to this like email account, or approach to our team. This conference is basically organized by two teams, from the University of Cambridge and from the EPFL. And feel free to contact all these people that you can see in this slide. We have proceedings published after all the conferences. Currently, you can download proceedings from 2022, but very soon you will be able to download proceedings from 2023, and you can submit already like a paper for the proceedings for 2024. Deadline it will be approximately in August 2024. Uh, we have in-person meeting opportunity in RoboSoft conference. Please visit. Enjoy the conference, and the recordings for the first day of the conference is already online. Please visit if you are like in a different part of the world, if you are in Asia or in America, if you didn't watch some talks, please feel free to go and see the recordings. Yes.